I'll be your host, Papa John.
What's going on, everybody?
We're here. We did it. We made it another week, and we're still kicking, and we're not in World War III. So
Yeah.
a win's a win.
Hey, small victories are still victories, right?
I'm having a lot of. I'm just happy today.
Yeah, it was a good day.
Good day.
You see, we're back at our
Old stomping
old
grounds.
stomping grounds at Ollie's.
It's been a fucking coon's age since we recorded here. I'm pretty stoked. I was thinking about that today. I was like, we're gonna have a fucking podcast at Ollie's again. So like,
But this is our first ever live YouTube.
yeah, YouTube. Welcome to Ollie's. We used to do podcasts here when we had band practice and stuff. So now we're doing it again. We had band practice tonight.
And we have new microphones for the YouTubers.
Oh yeah.
So if anybody ever decides to get on and watch it,
See it?
you can right here.
This you can
Can't
hear
see
it.
mine because it blends in with my shirt.
Yeah,
But,
black on black on black.
But let us know if you can hear us, because that would be cool.
Can you hear me drink this beer?
There's nobody watching right now, so it doesn't matter.
Who cares? I'm talking to Spotify. Shout out to Old Horse.
Well, I know Spotify can hear us.
They have a delicious new beer-ish, new-ish
It's a reimagined version
of an old one.
older beer, yeah.
It's an old favorite reimagined.
Nodding Donkey.
Naughty Donkey. Naughty Donkey. It's Nodding Donkey, but I like to call it the Naughty Donkey.
That's a better name.
Naughty ass.
Not real.
With your naughty ass.
Ratchet ass donkey.
Ratchet ass motherfucker. Robot noises. I bet the other one makes it. Then I don't know.
I don't know, the ones that we had, the shitty ones that died on us all the time, they didn't pick it up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's probably the only thing good about it was like just that. So you and I have had a pretty eventful week, per se.
It's Monday.
I'm talking about last week. Since the last time we did this,
That's true.
I feel in my mind there's like a fucking
The week starts with the next podcast episode?
yeah,
Yeah.
and we're just like, this is what happened last week. That's how I've been doing these podcasts, but I never talked to you about it. I just kind of
No,
fucking
I'm with you on that.
I just shot from the hip. I was like,
I'm here.
yeah. So we had fucking pretty cool week. I would think so. I hit the old Benjamin Franklin and sent you like 1,000 conspiracy theory
Man,
reels.
Like, I was like, Matt, are you okay?
I don't dabble in the dark arts very much, but when I do, I just go down the darkest.
Well, like after the,
But what's bad, I was on our Instagram.
I know, you kept going back and forth. Like you started on yours, and then you went to the Truck Bears Instagram, and I was like, okay. And then you went back to yours for a couple, and then the rest of them were just from ours.
To be fair, it was the day Dolly left me, so I was like going through some shit.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, my sweet, dear, beautiful daughter cat left me last week. So, what are you gonna do?
Hi, everybody.
Well, what's up?
What do you need advice on, Kelly G?
You want advice? You tell us what you want advice with, and I'll give you the best advice you ever heard in your life.
I guess I'm gonna have to get this thing.
Yeah, get that out.
Yep.
Pull that thing out, baby.
Hey, can you hear us okay? We have new mics. We don't know if they work.
Yeah, these are brand new. We don't know if they're working or not. So,
Can you hear us okay?
Dolly.
Biggest corn seed phrase that's ever.
Hi, motherfucker.
Hey, motherfucker.
So Dolly, like the past couple of days before she left us, she was doing the weird night crawls.
Hold up.
Yeah,
scooting the butt.
scooting the butt. She had the fucking nasty night meows, and I was like, stop being that way. It's just me and you. I'm not doing anything for you, so just like chill out. And then
I ain't fucking you.
the door was left open for no shit, like 4 seconds, and she never looked back. She never even fucking checked up on anything. She just left. Let me read this real quick. Can you give me advice? The other Matt's mic is dead. Matt S is good to go. I caught my son drinking milk out of a dog's bowl and he's 16. You sound like you have a fucking badass son, dude. It sounds like your son's like figured some things out. I don't know what to tell you. Hold on 1 second. We got to figure out these.
I'm awkwardly close to you right
I got to figure out these microphones. Who's Kelly G?
now. I don't know. I know who Kenny G is.
Kenny G. Is it on?
The lights are on.
Mine's on. I think someone's pulling our leg. I think both our mics are on. It's not a big deal. I like how I'm double fisting mics right now, like I'm a fucking college student.
Pull out that booger. Hey, you leave my boogers alone. Those are for me.
But for me, I'll pick them. So
Okay.
I think I gave you my mic.
It doesn't matter.
But Dolly, she's out in the woods getting her holes filled. So
Both of them?
fucking
What a wild cat.
fucking peace be with her. I don't know. I've been fucking bummed out about it.
Good luck, bitch.
It's kind of crazy. Like you fucking love an animal so much, and then when they're not there, like every time I come home, I'm like, "Where you at, Tiger?" And there's nothing there, and I'm like, "God damn it, that's right. She fucking left me for some stray dude." It's preparing me for my daughters.
Probably.
No, probably. We're not gonna do that. My daughters are good girls. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, turn that.
Turn that down.
Turn that volume.
So yeah, I lost my cat, and then I started drinking some fucking Polish wine and smoking cigarettes out in the trailer park that I live at.
Stripped all his clothes off and around the neighborhood on all fours. It just sounds like a Tuesday.
He thinks he's a dog. Why are you fucking trying to like? Why are you trying to like put limitations on your son? You know, it sounds like he's got them things figured out. I don't. I like to think, you know, when I was 16,
Is this Kelly from the Whiskey Podcast?
Kelly Sparks. Would it be Kelly G? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe there's like a middle initial we don't know about.
Does he have a 16-year-old son that drinks dog
I
milk?
don't know.
I don't either. I'm asking questions that the people need to know. So yeah, that was that. He stripped all his clothes off and around the neighborhood on all fours. See, that's just bad parenting.
I said that's on you.
That's on you.
So,
Burp.
yeah, you went down after like the first, I don't know, 4.
Yeah.
That you sent me. I was like, oh,
Okay.
Matt's on a tear tonight.
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna be a good night.
Yeah. So like the thing about me is like I said, I don't dabble in the dark arts very much, but when I do, my favorite thing to do is look up the most hideous, insidious shit on the internet that like scares me, because I like to be scared.
That's not PTSD.
That, did he have a? We're the wrong dudes.
That's a different. You need a professional. That's
Yeah.
not us.
Don't come to truck beers with that fucking shit, dude. Like we can give you advice, but it's just
My advice would be like get him a bowl and a collar. And
yeah,
just-
take him to the vet.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fucking put a chip in him. I don't know what to tell you. Like
No, that means he's a werewolf. So he got bit by one when he was 8.
that's just bad parenting, dude. Don't let your child be around dogs that bite.
Bite him back.
Bite him back, yeah. That's how my dad used to train bad dogs. He bit them on the ear.
So I trained my kids to quit biting.
Yep,
Bit them back.
bit them back.
Worked. They stopped.
Yeah, I sent you probably around 110 reels.
It was a lot. I don't think it was quite that many, but it was a lot.
I didn't go to bed that night. I just kept sending shit. I went down a rabbit hole. I got paranoid and panicky, and I just kept sending.
Oh no.
I was like, I gotta send this to
I'm
Matt.
learning too much.
I kept sending you, and I was like, if I keep sending it to him, I won't die. I won't forget to breathe. Here we go. So I learned a lot of cool things.
All right.
All right, man. I hope it's our girl. Whatever. Fucking good.
I don't know what you want from us right now. We're not the ones. We will give you horrible advice. That's a great question though. Do better.
Yeah, just figure it out. I don't know. We're all in the same boat. I mean, we're both dads. And I would like to think we're really great dads, but we've never put, like, my kids have never.
I've never tried to raise a werewolf.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
They're more like fun suckers or like emotional vampires, but I wouldn't say they're werewolves.
If you want to leave him in the wild, you can.
Just do it feels right. Do it feels
Try
right.
it. Put him in a kennel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kennel train them. So
Spotify's missing out.
yeah, there's this crazy person just talking about her son and how it's a werewolf. Maybe.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I don't really think werewolves are real, but I do think mermaids are real, so You can just go with that if you want to. I don't
Do
know.
with that what you will.
I don't know. I don't think there's half dog hybrids. No, unless Nazis made it. That's pretty close.
Which is
They did some
could
weird
be.
shit.
Could
Yeah.
be.
Where were we? She's fucking.
We were talking about the rampant tear you went on sending me reels this weekend.
Well, it
Oh,
didn't.
that was last week. That wasn't this weekend. That was last week.
Yeah, it was last like Thursday.
Yeah.
And then I went to work and I kept sending you reels because I was just like in a pattern. I was
Yeah.
in a roll.
Your algorithm was like locked in.
That's our Instagram algorithm. It
Yeah,
is like if you
great.
look at the reels on it, like when you log into it, it's primed, dude.
Nice.
Like there's some wild shit. There's so much stuff. Like, because I was like kind of doing research for the podcast and also just panicking on my own accord, and it got to the point where I was like, I can't keep up with all this
I
shit.
can't do this anymore.
The whole thing was like I want to like get closer to the JFK stuff because like I've been into that pretty hardcore here lately.
Yeah.
And I just think Mossad did it because Gaddafi was screaming about that on all these videos. That I never saw those videos until recently. Yeah.
He had significantly more information than I was prepared to like acknowledge that he had.
When I sent like those videos really like fucking threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
Because not only
It
did
was
I
a curveball that I was not ready for.
so like this is where I was at. I took what he was saying and then I was playing it in my translator on my phone to see if like the fucking subtitles matched.
That makes sense.
So I screen recorded him talking and then I played the recording in translator and that's exactly what he was saying. And I was like, oh my God. So,
Oh no.
oh no. And I think Mossad did it and Jack London, or Lyndon Johnson wanted to, Jack London, the fucking White Fang.
That's a whole different topic.
The guy who wrote White Fang, he was part of that death cult. What the fuck is going on tonight?
You're a popular man.
No, it's just nonsense.
So,
And
yeah, then we had the show.
well, yeah, we had a show Saturday. We didn't have a show.
No, we were at a show.
I worked the door, and then he came with his boys, and that was like a fucking great time.
I'm definitely gonna start bringing my kids to shows.
I
I haven't done it because I didn't know how they would handle it.
I gotta just fucking bust the seal on that, see how they handle
They
it.
had a blast, dude. Like they were like, "Can we go back?"
My favorite part of the night was you and I tag teaming your son and
Yeah.
like wrestling moves,
Yeah.
and he was so fucking mad at us, dude. Like that was so dope. He so he got so mad, and so every time I would like I
Kiss
would
the old bicep.
kiss the bicep, he was like, stop! But they like Jameson looked like he was jamming out for a little bit. Like I saw that, I was like, there you are. He's my buddy. They're both my buddies, but like
It's not dead. I don't know how to fix it. Can you hear me though? At all? Maybe.
what is it doing?
It says it's on.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know. These are new. There was no test run.
Guess we'll
Barely.
just get a little bit closer, baby. Is this better? Is this better for y'all?
You put it on your sleeve.
I could.
Hold on. Let me try something real quick.
I can do that.
Let me try something real quick.
I want y'all to be able to be a part of this.
If we go away, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
We're back.
Hey, is that better?
Anything different?
Any improvement? Spotify, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to just
You're gonna have to bear with us. This fucking live shit, like it's fun and it's cool, but like we're trying to figure things out as we go.
Good to go.
Good to go. All right. fuck
Success. Now you scoot back over now. You smell like shit.
yeah.
I'm kidding.
I've got anal seepage tonight.
You got worms. Just scoot on the carpet.
Oh, Dolly, I miss you. So, the show was great. We had 3 bands come to Ollie's. This place is Ollie's. It's a venue, and like I don't want to take the camera and move things around, so y'all are just gonna have to like fucking imagine like this is where the people stand. It's good to go.
Yeah, there's a stage behind the camera.
Yeah.
It's a good stage too.
So when Matt and I were in Running with Giants, we would practice here, and it was pretty great. And then we're no longer in Running with Giants, and like all our shit's been up here ever since then. Because like if we picked it up, it was real.
That was that was a wild feeling today when we came back to. We'll get into the details of this later.
Yeah.
But coming back up here to jam, and I was like, oh, I gotta find all of my cables.
We left our shit just set up. Like
Yeah.
we didn't fucking put it up. We
Like,
just left.
Somebody else can figure this out.
Yeah, they fucking destroyed my guitar stands. Like my really badass like double guitar stand. Or multiple guitars. And someone
I
fucking
think it holds 5.
someone power bombed it. And
Yeah, it's in pieces.
yeah, I'm gonna have to weld it together. Which ain't no deal. I can weld it. I'll weld the fucking things.
Go.
I'll have to TIG its little pipe.
It's thin.
It's thin as
It's
shit.
thin,
yeah. But the show was great. A lot of people came out. Running the door was
That was the cool thing about the show is like I knew I brought my kids,
yeah. There was a lot of kids
and
here.
maybe I only paid attention to it because I had mine with me also. But there were so many kids there. It was like, oh, this is awesome. Like
So
this does have a future.
So I told my ex-wife at one point because I was gonna bring my kids up there, and then I was a coward and I didn't do it. I was like, it's not just adult. I was like, it's adults, but like there's a ton of kids, and everybody's that's there is like wanting these kids to experience a good show.
Yeah.
It's a fucking weird thing. Like it's a fucking gritty venue, and like bands come and play, and they do their, Jordan from Death Row Bodine is like, what the fuck's up? I mean, what the heck's up? I forgot there's kids here, and now everybody was like, just do what
Just
you
keep
need.
going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do what you
you're
need
good.
to do. It was really funny though. He's like, what the fuck's up, Longview? I mean, what the heck's up, Longview?
Yeah.
And
It
I
was
like,
it was wild to see somebody like reverse censor themselves. Be like, oh no, I shouldn't have said that.
So like I get it. Like when I'm on stage, I am my truest form. I could care less if your kid's there or not. Like I'm there to play my music.
Well,
and
that's like it goes back to the parenting thing for
Yeah.
the werewolf child.
werewolf.
You just like, hey, you can't say these words that you hear.
You can't. Yeah,
Be a parent.
yeah. You heard some cool stuff tonight, but like that's just for tonight.
Like, don't go to like 3rd grade tomorrow and say that.
Hey, Miss Patterson, I heard fuck your shit up, and you can't do that.
No.
You gotta fucking be a decent parent. Oh my god. Sorry, everybody. A mega popular. Oh, it's Justin. I knew it was gonna be. He saw his cabinet and he's like, it's beautiful. I
Yeah.
miss it so much. He can come back.
Yeah, I'll sell it to you for $500.
He can come play guitar with us. That's what he can do. He can just fucking. He can play the Exploder through the Hughes and Kettner and be a part of this shit.
He ain't got time.
He ain't got time.
So yeah, we had jams tonight
We did it.
with the East Texas Wendigo.
Today was like a weird full circle moment in a weird way, because like you were always in bands that I wanted to be in. Kevin has always been in bands I wanted to be in, and then tonight it was like,
Oh, this is it.
this is it.
Yeah.
I was like, I was fucking reeling at one point. Like
I honestly, if I'm going to be fully transparent with you, I did not know how you were going to handle it.
I think I handled it okay.
I had faith in you, but I was not sure.
I think I handled it okay.
You did great.
I think I did all right.
You did great.
Especially when he started sending us like songs he wants to write like. I was like, oh,
Yeah, this is it.
strap in, young lad.
Yeah, I've got riffs for days.
It was just, I didn't know. When you grew up in East Texas, coming to all these like old shows at the Blue Velvet, Cantons, Side Pocket, all these shits. There's like certain people that stand out that like, oh fuck, they're the talented ones.
Right.
They're the people in this band that like to be fair, PS for Vampires, that was a fucking, everybody in that band I would play music with. Hands down. Everybody.
Yes.
Maybe not Logan.
No, he's good. I would like if he wasn't also a bass player, I would definitely be in a band with him.
I'm trying to think. Like I had a moment with like Forbes. Me and him got to play together for a little while. And it was like, I'm in a band with Brian Forbes.
Yeah.
And it sounds really stupid, but because we're all humans and we're all just fucking doing our own thing. But like it was cool playing music with him for just the short amount of time we did. And tonight was like, I'm playing with the drummer from Basta Brai. I'm playing with the drummer from PS for Vampires. I'm playing with Kevin Blaylock.
Yeah. It was cool.
And like we've been playing together so long, so it's not like a thing anymore. But like, I still hold you at like a really high standard.
Well, there was in the grand scheme of our, quote unquote musical careers, we've only barely been playing together.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
I've always been in a band, you've always been in a band.
But we always would be at the same shows.
Yeah, we would play shows together.
Yeah.
We would be at the same shows, but we didn't really get to play together
Right.
until Running with Giants.
Right.
And this is literally the first band that we've been in.
You were the
together.
bassist in Trail of Ashes for like a hot second before it just
Yeah.
fucking disintegrated right in front of me. I was so proud of that lineup because it was you, Clayton, me, Ben Jordan, and like musically that was going to be.
It would have been great.
It'd have been hot shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like I was really excited because like I wanted to go in the direction. Like we were writing like weird melodic metal stuff, but I was like, this right now, this very second, we have.
And that was 17 years ago
Yeah,
ish.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's how old we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can remember almost 2 decades ago we were playing bands. But it's fun. Like I'm so glad I'm playing music again because like I've been telling people like, yeah, I fucked up. I fell in love with playing music live.
Yeah.
I can give a shit. I can give a shit about like,
It's a hard drug to give up.
like I can care less about like recording. I can care less about all the other shit. But give me a venue with people that want to see you play.
Yeah, it's the
There's no better feeling.
and it could be a back porch at somebody's house. I don't care.
I don't care.
It's gonna be the same show.
Just watch what we can do.
Same
That's-
show, regardless of situation.
That's my favorite thing in the world. And we talked about this on the podcast. Like the last show was very emotional for everybody. Like,
Oh, it was tough.
and like I wish, like looking back, I wish I would have enjoyed it a little bit more. Like act to the crowd, this, that, and the other. But like I had the fucking hardest time not.
I think all of us were so invested in the moment as a group and personally that we didn't really care. This place could have been empty,
It didn't matter.
and I think it would have been the same.
Like I to this day, like one of the best shows I ever.
Because I was trying to enjoy it
Yeah.
with my friends.
Friends.
Like it was cool that it was a packed house, and there was a lot
So-
of people there. The crowd loved it, but it was more important what was going on the stage.
As it stands, like my favorite show I've ever played, out of all the bands, is at Haltom Theater. There was nobody in the crowd, and like everybody, it pissed me off. But I was like, you know what? I'm here with my brothers. Watch what I do,
Yeah.
and I acted up in a very incredible way. I was jumping off shit,
Yeah. You played that
microphone.
show angry.
but it was also like I was like showing off to y'all. Does that make sense?
I get that.
Like it was like
That's the show that like. So that's the one that I rode. I drove separate,
Mhm.
and y'all all got there.
Mhm.
And as soon as Josh got out of the truck, I was like, something's different.
Yeah.
Like that was not a.
Yeah, we shouldn't have rode together.
It was not a. Well, not even that. Just like the whole vibe of the night was.
Yeah.
You knew that was going to be a intense situation,
Right.
in a good way.
Well, like fucking hindsight's 2020. Apparently, during that ride, I upset a couple of people just because I was having a good time.
It wasn't just you. I think it was like.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've talked about that on a personal level. That's not for this.
But that show, like,
It was a great show, and there was 3 people there.
yeah, they got the fucking best show. Like,
Yeah.
the people who did like see us, they're like, what the fuck? Like, there should have been way more people here.
Well, you made us play at 5 p.m.
Yeah, that was your
and we
bad.
drove 2.5 hours to be here.
Yep. I get it. I mean, we had
Hey, we made $18.
that we spent at the pizzeria.
We did. We used
Yeah.
it to buy pizza, and it was delicious. That's
What?
the pizza place we talked about last week. It's so good.
Big Joe's.
Big Joe's.
Fucking phenomenal food. Phenomenal. But yeah, the Ollie shit, like, it's so cool.
I'm just happy there's a venue here again.
Yeah.
That's not a bar
So I run the door.
because I can bring my kids because it's not a bar.
Yeah, I run the door mostly, and it's so cool seeing repeat people. Like, it's people that, like, appreciate it. They're like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. And, like, Zach from Post Profit, he showed up. And I had the okay, like, let him in. And Zach was like, no, I'm paying. We're keeping this thing going. I was like, God damn right, Zach.
Yeah.
Like, I run the door, but I still pay my $10.
I tried to pay him. Chad wouldn't let me.
I just throw a tenner in there, and
Well, I had to pay my card. It was like, hey, will you ring me up? He's like, mm-mm.
I can't do that. Like, I want it to fucking flourish. I want it to be a thing forever.
Because I was going to pay for 3 people. It was like me and my kids.
Yeah. So with the kids, I was kind of like, do I charge full price for kids? And then we kind of, like, it's up to your own discretion.
Maybe like a 10 and under free kind of a situation.
Yeah.
12 and under maybe
Yeah.
even. I don't know.
Yeah, if they have mascara on, I don't.
Yeah, you're an adult.
You're an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to look the part, you got to pay the part. Me and Kevin Blaylock, we both like went in fucking Navy SEAL mode when a guy tried to like walk in. Dude, that was great. Kevin was like, you were looking at the stage. And I was like, I saw him out of the corner of my eye, and I was making ways to him, and he was behind him, and we both like stopped him at the same time. I was like, hey,
What are you doing?
and I hate to be that way, but like, fuck, man, we got to make some kind of money.
Well, also, like, and I don't want to be unkind to the unhoused,
Yeah.
but I don't know what his motivations were.
Right. It's a very touch and go situation. Like, he came in earlier that day to
Dude was carrying around a clear plastic baggie that looked like it was full of vomit.
yeah.
Like, you don't want that.
I think he just got released somewhere. Like, he had the bag of his shit, you know, that
I know.
kind of
I mean,
thing.
like, I want the best for that man.
Yeah.
And like, I hope everything works
Kevin
out.
made fun of me for giving him a bottle of water after I told him to get the fuck out.
No, I mean that's
No, but I was like, I can't just sit here. So I gave him a bottle of water, and I was like, are you hungry? Because they're making burgers. He's like, I'm fine. I was like, okay. So I get his point, though, because like not even 10 minutes ago, I was like, hey, get the fuck out of here. But then I came out, I was like, are you hungry? I'll buy you food. I don't know.
well,
I
that makes sense though. Like, hey, look, this is a business
Yep.
that's trying to
Yeah,
stay functional,
right.
and you can't come in here right now. But that doesn't mean that I don't care about what you're going through.
Right.
It's part of being a human.
Yeah.
Right? Like you have to. There's boundaries are real.
So he came into Ollie's earlier that day before we were set
Well,
up.
Kevin said he came in here on Thursday
Yeah.
and was just like
Talking wild shit.
and just roaming around.
Yes.
And then hung out for like 30 minutes and then walked out.
He came in here before we were setting up. Like, Ollie's was open all day. Fucking, they made a killing on skateboards. They almost sold out on some shit. They're out of bearings right now because they made so many complete Saturday. It's
Hey,
wild.
also right now, good luck getting bearings.
Yeah. Welcome to Trump's America.
Well, welcome to 2025.
But he came in and he's like, I'm like, what's up, dude? He's like, y'all know Nick Baxter? I was like, no. He's like, yeah, he's in jail. I was like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to know?
Okay.
God damn. He's like, he used to skateboard. And I was like, okay, that's dope. And then he just ran out.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was the
That
extent
was
of
the
the
whole
information.
conversation with that dude. I don't know. It was a good time. Josh, the dude that made the hamburgers,
Yeah. He's a cool dude.
yeah, he hurt me. He gave me like a 3-patty
And
fucking.
You ate all of it.
Eyewitness history. So much excitement. Oh,
What's up,
Zachary! Zach owns this place. He's so graciously let us fucking record here tonight, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
He watched us practice tonight, and it was actually
He's one of 4 people that know this existed. The jams.
the jams. Yeah.
The other 3 are involved in the jams.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
If I'm being honest, I didn't know what to expect
I had no idea.
tonight.
I had so like
Me, you, and Kevin have been talking about this for about a month and a half.
since
As soon as our band, like,
a week later, I think we talked about it.
yep.
Um,
Well, he talked about it on the podcast with us,
yeah,
and we're like, yeah, but like, you and I are in this place as adults. Like, we want to be in a band that we want to be in.
yeah. I'm gonna be picky.
Yeah, I'm not playing fucking.
I don't have a lot of like just time that I can bullshit away. Right?
Yeah.
I've got a job. I've got kids. I've got responsibilities.
Like-
This sounds stupid
No,
and cliche, but
no,
like
no.
I don't want to. I want to play, but I don't want to play just so I can say I'm playing.
Yes.
Like it's got to be worth the effort,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just like anything I'm doing in my life, it's got to be worth the time. It doesn't matter if it's dating, if it's raising my kids.
That's why I'm super single.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got to be. It's got to be worth the investment.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I can't get more of is time.
That's it. And we're running out.
Yeah, quickly.
I would love to think I have another 30 years on this planet, but
No.
no.
I don't want 30.
I know the truth.
I don't want that many.
I know the truth. Sometimes I'll wake up and I'm like, uh-oh, this might be the day I just fucking stroke out and die. But
Stroke off and die.
I try, man. Fucking every night, dude.
Kill me.
Please. That would be such an embarrassing way to get out of here. You find me in my bathroom naked with the shower still running.
Just dick in your hand.
Woo! America.
What happened to this guy? Well, he went out with the blaze of glory.
Every morning.
Every morning there's a halo hanging.
hanging.
Yeah, well, all right, we can do this too. Hey, P, hold it down
Yeah.
for the homies.
What's up? So, Spotify, I'm so sorry my co-host has to go pee-pee, but YouTube, you're with us.
Yep, I've still got my mic on.
Yeah, you're going to hear all of this.
Okay.
You're gonna
Don't
hear
cross the streams.
You're going to hear power streams.
It's gonna be a short one.
How does he piss short? How does he know it's going to be a short piss? Because if like I had to take a short piss, then I just wouldn't piss. When I have to piss, it's a serious ordeal. I don't know. It's cool seeing his kids at the show. They had a great time, and all the bands, like, they were with us after the bands were loading out, and they're an absolute problem, but it was hilarious. Sounds like sizzling bacon. Oh! Dude! Someone says it sounds like sizzling bacon.
That was the fart.
You nasty motherfuckers, dude.
Well, that's the shitty ass exhaust fan bathroom.
If there's like one bathroom I wish I didn't have to pee in,
It's this
that
one.
fucking
yeah.
bathroom.
Mostly because the light switch is above my head.
Well, it's like David Bowie's Labyrinth. Like, the light switch is too high, the toilet's too low.
It's
got-
sort of dark in there.
It's sort of dark. It's got condescending like words on there, like "wash your worries away," but like
Wash your hands.
wash your fucking hands. You're a food server. Like, what are you doing? Sunday I ate like fucking my weight in crawfish.
Nice.
I went to my ex-in-law's house. They had a crawfish bowl, and I was like, "I'll come eat crawfish. I'll do this. I'll do that all day."
I'll get those child support payments back real quick.
Yeah, I'll fucking make my money back.
By the pound.
By the pound. So, but it was cool because I had my daughters beside me, and Dalton's daughter was there, and I was teaching them how to eat crawfish.
Nice.
And then we started talking like mad shit. The boys, like my nephews and my son, were like trying to put dead crawfish on the girls, you know?
Checks out.
And I told them like what you should do is like you should get a live crawfish and put it in their pants and push them down. And they're like, "What?" And I was like, they're wearing basketball shorts, so pull them back, throw the crawfish down there, and then push them on the ground so they can't like, they have to catch themselves before they get the crawfish out of their pants.
Coming out next on How to Catch a Predator.
What? No. That's terrible, man. I'm like team girl.
Until there's crawfish.
No, like the girls and I, we sat together and ate crawfish, and it was like fun. The boys were like being weird and like,
You were just helping.
huh?
You were just helping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the boys were trying to like put dead crawfish on them, and I was like, this is what you do. You get a live crawfish with the little pinchers, and you throw it in their pants and push them on the ground, and they can't. It'll fucking ruin their day.
Evil.
Yeah. None of my advice is good, but it's also the best advice.
It's the most fun.
Yeah. When I'm in uncle mode, it's fucking no hose barred.
Yeah.
Like I was telling you about my other nephew, like we try to hurt each other. And it's great. He's gonna get bigger than me in like 2 years.
Yeah.
And he's gonna try to fucking test fate. Poor soul. I hate it for him. He's gonna find out.
He'll learn.
He'll learn.
Yeah,
They
he'll
all learn. I have one nephew that's almost 18. He's way bigger than me. To this day, he doesn't poke the bear. Because he did like 2 years ago. He got a little size on him and height, and he thought like,
Oh, I can handle this now.
yeah, Uncle Matt, we're about the same height. I can handle business. And then he found out real quick it's
Nope.
not the same.
Nope.
And Cooper's gonna go through it.
If you're gonna act like a man, I'm gonna fight you
I'm
like a
gonna
man.
fucking ruin
Yeah.
your day, dude. It's really cool because one niece of mine, she's dating a dude, and like we were on vacation, I was like, she'd be on the phone on Snapchat, and like, she'd be like, "This is my Uncle Matt," and I was like, "I'll kill you." I'd never seen this kid. I don't know nothing about him, and there was like every video.
What's your dad's name?
Yeah,
I'm gonna fight him too.
it's a tricky situation.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was just being like, hey, like I just want you to understand I am no one. Like you're dating my niece? That's insane.
Are you sure?
Yeah, are you sure you want to fucking? We've met in person.
Is this a road you would like to travel?
We've met in person, and he came up like real presentable, and he was like, "Hi, I'm X, Y, and Z," and I've heard a lot about you, and like he grabbed my hand, and like I just made eye contact with him. I was like, "What are you doing right now?" "Oh, just introducing myself." Like, I don't care.
What's
the fuck
funny
are you-
is he probably introduced himself to you before he up to her dad.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, her dad knew, like, her dad was like, "Yeah, give him all the hell you can," and I was like, "Perfect, whatever." I did.
Are you sure?
I know. I was like, I'm going to regardless. Like, this is me. Like,
Yeah.
And then we were eating dinner one time, and then like someone's like, "Hagen, what are you gonna do after high school?" He's like, "I'm gonna be a welder." I was like, "You're a fucking idiot." They're like, "What?" I was like, "Only
Don't. Yeah.
I was like, "Only a fool would be a welder or a tough son of a bitch." And I don't think
Which
you're.
one are you?
I was like, "I don't think you are." And he's like, "You're a welder," and also my stepdad's a welder.
Yeah.
We both were like,
You ain't got it, boy.
You ain't got it in you." It was cool. He crushed a confetti egg on my back during Easter and like ran. And he thought like he got one up on me. And I saved a confetti egg. And I waited till he wasn't like ready. He was sitting on a swing. And then I grabbed his shoulder and I put the confetti egg in his face and I just held it there. And he's like, "Oh," and I was like, it's like, "You'll never win."
Yeah.
I just smeared it in his face like, "Don't ever think you can get one up on me."
It's like you wait for him to walk to his car.
Yeah.
And you just huck it just on the back of his head from like, 75 feet away. Be like, "That's right.
Yeah.
Come back next year."
It's just, I don't know, man. I can't stand the girls, but I feel like I'm in charge of, and boys. I don't know. My daughters are fucked, dude. There's no hope.
Your daughters are fine. It's the boys that they end up with that are
The
fucked.
girls are, no, that's true. Like, those boys have no idea.
Like, I can't.
I've got
Like, I love my children, my boys, and I would fully support them in any decision they ever made,
yeah.
unless one of those decisions was to try and date one of your daughters. I'd be like, you don't want that smoke. Do something else. Fight a bobcat. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just don't do that.
Fucking teabag a bear trap, dude.
Yeah. And
We're boys.
yeah.
The best of
But
friends.
I'm not
Brothers
signing.
to the core.
I'm not signing either one of my sons up for that scenario.
No.
Out of respect for you.
Yeah.
2, out of like, I don't think my kids can handle it.
They'll come up to me like, "What's up, Uncle Matt?" And I'll be like, That's a dead name.
This
to
is
me.
different. This is
You
different.
fucked up.
This is not the same
No,
scenario
man,
anymore.
I don't know. It's just, I hate to be that way. I don't want my daughters to think I'm crazy, but like,
No, your daughters absolutely have to think you're crazy.
yeah, that's just how it is.
Like that's a fact.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna have like a werewolf kid.
You're gonna have a werewolf son pissing in the yard, drinking milk out of the dog bowl, whatever the fuck.
It was the wildest comment.
That person found our live and just started talking crazy shit.
which is great.
no, it's great.
I hope they subscribed.
I hope they figured out like we ain't the ones. But I don't know.
I feel like if they would have pulled that shit like an hour later,
Oh, they got a different answer.
a completely different scenario.
Yeah.
We were just getting rolling with that.
Yeah.
We were like,
I was talking about my fucking dear sweet Dolly being a
Yeah.
whore out in the woods.
Yeah.
And fucking cat. Damn it. I'll be getting a dog.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was a dog I had years ago. So my ex has a dog business, and we had this beautiful poodle that I love dearly. Well, she got to the point where she wasn't producing puppies, and I was like, "We can keep her," and she's like, "No, that's too many dogs." And I was like, "We can keep her forever. It's my dog." I had it. I couldn't do it. I was fucking such a wimp. I was like, "No, all the dogs can stay with me. I'll fucking
I'll
take."
take the puppies.
Yeah. And then we sent her to Colorado to live with some of her family. But like all that family's moving to England.
On purpose?
Yeah. Yeah. Ireland actually.
That's
think-
not even the same thing.
No,
remotely.
I realized that. But like they're like, we can't bring her with us. And I was like,
You can. It's
Shit.
just a pain in the ass.
I was like, shit, bring that pup to me.
take them.
Her name's Penny.
It was take them.
Yeah.
Not him.
No, I get it.
You get it.
I get it. Yeah. So I might be having a fucking old poodle, and she'll go everywhere with me.
Nice.
She'll probably go to work with me. We'll see how that works.
You'd be like this super wild, tough welder man
With a poodle.
showing up with a fucking poodle like Cruella DeVille.
She's such a fucking. When I had her, she was such a fucking cool dog. Like sweet. Her and Cash fucking meshed great. It's
That's important.
yeah. So it's gonna be dope.
McCade wants our Dawson to love him in the worst way possible.
Dachshunds don't love people.
She does when she. Dachshunds are the closest dogs you can get to having a cat. It's like you pet me on my terms, but she'll like come and cuddle with me and.
See that?
hang out.
Well, you can't see it. There's a scar right here, barely.
Yeah,
I get this from a dog. Bit me on the
But,
fucking
like,
leg.
you know, podcast listeners and viewers, how McCade is.
Yeah.
He's tornado sauce for a reason,
Yeah.
and he will fuck with that dog,
Yeah.
and then be like, I don't know why she won't lay down with me. I'm like, cause she's terrified of you.
She wants you to die.
Nah.
Dachshunds do. They just don't want you. They want to be their.
Just hate life.
They want to live in gopher holes and live their life.
But like, and every once in a while, I'll be like, if you just like sit down, chill
Chill
out,
the fuck out. Yeah.
like she'll come and hang out with you.
Yeah.
And then the other dog will get up and go do something, and she follows, and he's like, I don't understand why she won't hang out with me. I'm like, because the other dog decided to go do something. It's
Yeah.
not you in this particular circumstance.
Yeah.
Not your fault.
Right.
I don't know, man. Like, getting him to understand, like, calm down.
Chill out. He was on like level fucking
Yeah.
100
And then he went to sleep.
as soon as he got home.
No,
In the
laying
car?
down back there.
Oh yeah, that was the greatest. Fucking music
It's like
jamming.
only one of our children would fall asleep on the floor at a metal show. It's great.
So like, I think if I brought my kids, both of my daughters would just be like trying to wrangle me in, and then
Good luck with that.
and then my son will just be. He'll either be like panicking
Or stalking the premises like a mountain lion.
or running around,
Yeah.
acting like a wild man. I don't know. It's just it's touch and go. I think they would have a good time, and I want them to be a part of it. Like,
Like I said earlier, I think I was always unsure of how they would
yeah,
receive it. And like they had ear protection.
Yeah.
Like we came prepared.
When you come to an Ollie show and I see that you have a young child, I find them earplugs.
Right.
Like I don't want that for them. I don't want the tinnitus for children.
No,
That's not the stance I
it's
want.
not great.
No.
Well, like our last Running with Giants show, there was these people that walked in with like a 2-year-old,
Yep.
like carried them.
There was a young.
And I was like, hey,
It's gonna be loud.
what? I was like, come here. And I gave him like a handful of earplugs. I was like, put something in her ears. Like she's still growing. Like don't do the
Yeah.
damage before it's done.
Like, please, if you bring a kid to Ollie's, just fucking make sure they have hearing protection, because like
It's loud in here.
Our last show, like I plugged in my amp today,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh man, we
We
were
were loud.
fucking ginning that night,
Yeah.
dude. It was shaking some windows, as it should have been. Loud as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the only way to do it.
it's the only way.
So I recorded the 2 songs that we wrote tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some cheap and easy edits on them and send them to you guys. See what you think. I think it sounded great.
As long as it's like the idea,
That's all it is.
like as long as we don't forget what we did.
Right. That's what it was for. It was for like, hey, what did we do last week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt good getting some of that shit out of my system. Because, like, I've had those things in my fucking back pocket for a minute.
I'm glad that we're in a spot where we can do them
Yep.
because that's the stuff that I've been wanting to play for 10, 15 years.
Whatever this turns into, I think it's going to be our fucking funnest adventure.
I think it's going to be the truest.
Yeah. I agree.
Musically and emotionally and all that other bullshit.
The fact is, we don't have technically anyone that's going to sing, so we're trying to, like, do that math.
I think we just write songs for now and we figure that out
Yeah.
when it's time to figure it out.
If
Or
we find-
it could be a situation that sorts itself out.
Yep.
If the word gets around, like, hey, there's these dudes are doing this thing.
Or we just write songs that we sing 5 words to
Yeah,
and just play for fucking 45 minutes and
yeah.
whatever.
Like the only
Nobody knows what the singer says live.
the only vocals are like, hey, this is the name of song here.
Yeah.
We're name of band here.
Yeah, we'll be like a brand new version of like Fireworks in the Sky, or
Sky Eats Airplane.
yeah, like we'll be like a brand new version of.
Was that it? Sky Eats Airplane?
No, Sky Eats Airplane had a vocalist.
Okay.
There's Fireworks in the Sky, and there used to be This Will Kill You,
Oh,
or This Will Destroy You.
What's the something death party?
Yeah, yeah,
Rose Funeral Death Party? Was that it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Just a jam band.
That's it. Bunch of guys just fucking writing music. Then no singer to be found.
Didn't need one.
We don't need that fucking politics in our band. We don't need that fucking drama.
Hey, but if you do decide to come to this band and try to sing, just know that all of us are going to have microphones.
Yeah.
And we will unabashedly talk shit to you on stage.
Yes. That's my favorite thing to do on stage is, so like the last couple shows, I didn't do that very much because I was told not to, in a way. Like, not in a bad way, but they're like, hey, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say it without saying fuck, don't say it.
And then I just went Matt Smith on it. I was like, oh, it's all or nothing, motherfucker. Yeah. That's my problem. I've got to figure out how to, like, not do that.
I think that season in our life is over.
Yeah.
It's free game.
Fucking free game. We just do what we want.
Who cares?
Who gives a shit? So yeah, this last week's been pretty eventful.
We're still on a recap.
Yeah,
We haven't even got into
None
the
of it.
meat and potatoes.
none of it. There's a lot of meat and potatoes. I don't know, like, finding out Gaddafi was telling everybody, like,
They're
The-
going to kill this man
yeah.
because he stood up for something that they don't agree with.
I didn't know. I had no idea this was a thing. I thought Gaddafi was a bad guy. And then to find out that he wasn't a bad guy, like
He might have been a bad guy.
he wanted to unite the Egyptian countries together like the EU.
Right.
and he was willing to get rid of like nuclear technology. He had that in his back pocket because he was kind of like y'all don't take me serious if I don't have this. But a lot of speeches you can find them, he's just talking about like they fucking killed JFK because he knew about what like Israel's technology and he was not for that.
And it wasn't so much that he wasn't for it, but he wanted them to be willing to be open about it.
Yeah.
I don't think that he so much cared
Yeah.
that they had it.
But
part of that whole treaty that they signed was like, you have to be willing to be inspected by the UN.
yes.
And just so happens in this situation, I'm the representative for the UN,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna come look at your shit.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Well, the
No.
first little fucking tour, it was some bullshit.
it was fake. It was a staged control room.
Yeah. And if you look into what Lyndon B. Johnson did after JFK was out of the picture about like the relationship we did with Israel, like it wasn't, his fucking corpse didn't even cool off.
So allegedly, the U.S. and Israel is currently building a massive military base on the Gaza Strip.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
No, there's drone footage.
Yeah.
Allegedly. I mean, I've seen it.
Me too.
Yeah.
But you can say
allegedly.
whatever you want if you say allegedly.
Yeah, that's
right.
what I'm with you.
Those
Yeah.
are the rules.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly, this podcast is never going to get shut down. Hey, well, it would be cool to be like the smallest podcast ever to be canceled, though.
I'm trying. Fucking trying. I could cancel us right now with a couple of words. Hot words. I'm not going to do that. But I'm just saying, it could happen. Let me do it.
No.
Oh.
You can hold this microphone away from you as much as you want. There's another one right next to your
I'm not going to
chin.
say it. I'm not going to do any of that. But like, it's wild to me that like, so if you know a bunch of like conservative Christians, they will back Israel forever.
Yes.
Israel as a country has only been a part of like talking since 1946.
In the current iteration, yes.
The current iteration. And like they've been going through their shit
But they've been at war for like 3,000 years,
forever.
if not longer,
And it's
depending
just,
on the time.
like I remember as a kid growing up, you chosen people.
It's the Holy Land.
It's the Holy Land. But then you like look at other things and you're like if you know, like there is scripture and God said like I can tear this temple stone by stone and I can rebuild it back in 3 days. And and that was kind of like precursor to him dying and then being resurrected in 3 days. Like he was basically saying, I am the temple. I am all that. If you that's
This is
one way.
also like 3 translations of the Bible later.
Yes.
The quote unquote Bible.
Right. I'm listening to a podcast right now that is going through the book of Enoch, the book of like all the gospels, and it's everyone thinks like the gospels are like cryogenically ordered.
Chronologically.
That's the word. I have dyslexia. I'm dumb. So Mark wasn't a witness. He was more like Paul's scribe.
Yes.
He has nothing to do, like his account of everything is
It's secondhand.
secondhand.
Yeah.
And that's facts. So you can read through the Gospels and you're like, oh, all these dudes saw this. Like one of them wasn't even there. And Paul's after the fact. You know, he was Saul, and then apparently God took him by the short nasties and
Yeah. Smacked shit out of him.
yeah,
It's like, hey,
right.
tighten up.
It's just that was a really cool thing to like read about or listen to, and you're like, oh, I thought this was all one thing. Like I thought this was.
I've gone down a big Ben Carson rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I'm real happy about it. Like
I sent you Ben Carson.
I know. That's what ignited.
Stoned to the
flame.
gills, dude.
This guy.
He like.
So
So
he doesn't care.
No.
Like that's the cool thing about his stuff. Is like, hey, I'm gonna say what I have to say.
fuck him.
If you don't like it, don't listen to it.
Yeah, he's just a fucking dude that's from Florida that saw a UFO when he was 7
But he
years
also
old.
is like, I have all of the science to back this up if you want to talk about that.
Yeah,
Or you can just not listen to me.
Yeah.
I don't care.
yeah,
I'm going to say it.
yeah.
gonna
His
tell
whole
you-
channel, which is like, what is it?
Forbidden knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge. So there is certain like scholars and dudes like that, they will try to discount him.
A lot of people do.
Well, like I kind of grew. So Ben Carson thinks Jesus was an alien.
Oh, I haven't got that far.
Yeah, and then I read this one comment that's like, yeah, let's discount that, but like him dying and being alive in 3 days, that's okay. It's kind of like one of those things. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you can say whatever you want, but like
You believe that. Though.
you believe that though.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild.
So you believe in a zombie,
yes,
but not aliens.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, dude I work with, his daughter said, what if the fallen angels, like when God banished Lucifer in the third of the,
Yeah.
that story, she said, what if the third of the angels were the, like, gods from, like, Greece? That came from a child. She just, like, was like, well, how could there be these powerful beings? And then I had to like say like, no, well, like if you look into it, every religion has the same story. But like that's a really cool way for a kid to like
But
come
no, I
up
mean
with
that kind of checks out too, though. If you think about it, if you listen to again Ben Carson's line
Yeah.
of thinking, where there's like, yes, there were, you know, a race of
Nephilims.
yeah, basically
Yeah,
Anunnaki.
Anunnaki.
So you have
Yeah.
you have a whole family of traveling beings,
Yes.
and then they split off into different sects.
Right.
SECTS, not SEX.
I don't have any of it.
It's either one.
Yeah.
And you know, there were some that stayed in Egypt. There were some that went to
Africa.
Africa. There were some Egypt's in Africa. There were some that went
I mean, it's South Africa.
still
they're
in
white.
Africa. There were some that there were some that went to like Mesoamerica.
Yeah.
Where like the Aztecs and the Inca before
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
was before. I know it, but I can't think about it. It all started in Sumeria.
Exactly.
Everything started in Sumeria.
Yes.
Like you can trace all of it back.
So like the
But all the stories carry over to every culture that was around back then.
so
Like almost to a T.
yeah.
You can, the names are different. It's like, what was the name of the show where they were like, Unsolved Mysteries? The names have been changed. The stories remain the same.
That's good.
It's
Yeah.
it's the same thing. Like the characters are different, but the gist of the story is exactly the same.
Yeah, there's one that
in-
dies and comes back alive.
in
There's
every-
12 followers.
in every culture.
Every culture. That was cool. 'Cause, like last week, Craig was like, "What about Buddhism?" It was like the 12 principles.
Yeah,
Like, what are we doing here?
it all checks out.
It's all the same.
And that's what it's like, there weren't 12 followers of Buddha. Like, yeah, but there's 12 principles of Buddhism.
Yeah.
It's like the numbers matter.
I think what it is there was a true thing. There was something that you can classify as a god to our standards.
Absolutely.
Like if I saw someone floating,
It's a being with unfathomable knowledge.
yes,
That's basically what this whole foundation is built on. It's like
right,
this individual,
right,
whether it be a god, a man, whatever,
yeah,
has access to information, knowledge, and technology
right,
that we do not understand
yeah,
because our brains don't work that way.
yeah,
It could have been an alien. It could have been a lizard person. It could have been just a dude. Who the
Right.
fuck knows?
No one-
we weren't there.
So there's such a fucking hubbub about like hiding certain things to us, and it's getting to the point where like it can't be hidden any longer.
Thanks, Vatican.
Vatican. ish.
I've got a thing. Go ahead.
But like, now there's these dudes that have figured out how to do like this weird dog whistle.
Yes.
And
That was one of the videos you sent me.
yeah,
It's great.
so these dudes are just like ex-military guys, and they figured out how to make a frequency out in the middle of nowhere, and they're catching these UFOs.
Every single
So,
time.
Right now, they have 9 different styles,
Different classifications. Yeah.
different classifications.
And every single time they put this beacon out,
it hits them.
something comes in.
Right. And what it is like, hey, what's this noise? And they go down there like, oh, fuck.
Oh, you caught me.
It's those hairless apes down there. They figured something out. But like, I think like, so my brain, where it goes is like, I think we're an ant farm.
I think we're infants.
I think we're a zoo. I think we're just trying to see what happens.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think we're.
And that's very discouraging, thinking like we are working our ass off and we have debt, but there's also these things floating around. They're like, they think they owe things. That's wild.
I feel like as a race of people,
Yeah,
we're just now learning how to crawl.
we're fucking.
I think there, and we're, you know what, we've been to, allegedly been to space.
Yeah. Well,
We-
Katy Perry's an astronaut. You should ask her.
Yeah, I'm a gynecologist
Yes.
because I've been somewhere for 3 minutes also.
3 minutes.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm a champion.
I'm the best gynecologist ever.
I just none of it makes sense
No.
if you really like. If you have a 30,000-foot view of the situation,
Right.
It's like, this is great. But if you look at the steps of advancement, allegedly we were in the Stone Age 1,000 years ago,
Yeah.
roughly, maybe a little bit more.
Maybe more.
And there's this
Well, like.
there's this 1,000 years
So
called the Dark
12,000 years-
Ages.
So,
right?
like, by popular thoughts, 12,000 years ago, we were in the fucking hunter-gatherer. Like, we didn't have any kind of, like, civilization, nothing like that. And then, what happened?
Ethan and Kevin are talking shit to each other.
You know, Ethan.
Oh, why is it not working?
But, like, if you look at... There's been civilizations that we're way past the Stone Age. Just the pyramids alone, like that. Nobody can give you a direct answer how those things were built.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Like they give you like a fucking, like from their understanding with the technology that we were supposed to have at that time.
Shouldn't have been possible.
No, the math doesn't math.
Well, and that's like, so there's the Dark Ages, right?
Yeah.
Which is basically 1,000 years of unrecorded history.
Yeah.
The thing I heard today
Oh, cool.
was that the Vatican just decided to like
Ixnay that.
insert 1,000 years to make Rome seem like it was further away than it actually is.
No fucking way.
The Empire of Rome, like
Right.
the conquering Empire of Rome.
Right.
You're like, oh no, we don't want anybody to know this happened
Well, so
1,000 years sooner than or later than it actually did.
right. Oh, I didn't know that. So to this podcast I'm listening to right now, and it's talking about all the different translations of the Bible, all these, the way that's like talked about. So Rome, for years, they like, of course, crucified Christians. Christians were public enemy number one.
Dog water.
And then Constantinople, he's like, hey, I'm a Christian now.
Yeah,
We're Christian.
figure it out.
And then he was like telling all these Christians, like, come to me, teach me the ways. And then like Vatican Church, this, that.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of wild because they were pagans. They believed in like,
That was part of the same thing I heard today. It was like, so that's what happened,
yeah,
allegedly. But what would have happened if Christianity was lost?
they
And there were still like, so like if Christianity was not a thing at all, right?
we'd still be doing the same thing that.
Like you have 17 gods.
Well, the pagans, like most pagans, they have the sun god. That's Inca, Maya, the Anglo-Saxon.
Depending on where you lived, yes.
The sun god was always a thing, and they all had like. It's so fucking hard to put your mind in the prospect of it because like you have.
There are so many different scenarios that you have to understand, but they're all the same.
Right, but like. We only know 40 years, give or take, you and I.
Yeah.
And a lot of shit has changed in 40 years.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so much fucking chaos, so much. And, like, we've had an easy 40 years
I went from not having readily available internet
to having it on your fucking pocket.
to never not having internet.
Right.
In 40, not even like,
Like, you and I have a
This
very
is-
similar, like,
so I was born in the very early 80s.
yeah.
The internet was brand new then,
Yeah.
but it was not,
Readily available for.
no, it was like
Yeah.
businesses had it, certain organizations had it, but like your everyday Joe
No.
didn't have it.
Yeah.
And then I got dial up
Mhm.
when I was like 11, 12,
13
13 years
yeah.
old. And then we didn't have it for a while because it wasn't a thing. Like nobody cared.
Right.
It was a convenience thing back then.
Yep.
Now it's a necessity.
Yeah.
Like you cannot live your life
Per se.
per se without the internet.
Right.
Life as we know it.
Right.
I mean, there's still like dudes in the Appalachian Mountains that don't give two fucks.
All right.
And they're probably better off than we are
Yeah.
in some ways
But
for
like,
not knowing.
it's not even been half a decade,
No.
and so much has changed. Technology is like
It's a rampant pace of advancement
right.
that is not sustainable.
So we're looking back in a point where like our lifetime times fucking at 900. Like it's just over and over again, way back in the gap. I gotta piss so bad.
Me too.
Carry on, Wayne.
Carry on, Garth.
Sitting here trying to make a fucking point, and I'm pissing my pants.
It's leaking. He's leaking.
They'll hear it.
Yeah. Hi. So, yeah, there's been so much that's happened in such a small amount of time. I think that it's hard for us to really comprehend what's actually happened. And if you take the standard basic calendar of time and you look back 200 years, 300 years or whatever, it was really slow progress, and then all of a sudden it was like boom, a thing happened, boom, a thing happened, boom, a thing happened, and now we are where we're at. It's insane if you think about the swing that has happened.
Hope you like Cher, because that's what I was singing in the bathroom.
Kevin said that Cher song ruined pop music.
I don't know, pop music ruined Cher. All right.
My turn.
Hey, babies. Greatest podcast of all. All right. First auto. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Auto-tune was. Auto-tune is it's really fun to fuck around with your boys in the recording studio.
pissed all over the seat.
Back in the day, we
Just
would make
everywhere.
rap songs, and it was pretty atrocious. Just Ethan, grow up, fucking child. Thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate your love and your understanding. I gotta wait for my co-host.
You pissed all over that seat.
Fuck you, Deb.
Fuck you, Deb. Deb's Down Bad Cafe.
Don't fucking give my boys a hard time. That's what that's about.
Turn your own lights off.
So, yeah. Ethan's like, I just heard straight pissing.
You're welcome.
So like, I think we've gone like our lifetime, we've seen so much happen. But
Yeah, I
then
talked about that a little bit while you were singing Cher.
Oh, cool. So like, but if you look at, that'd be the funniest clip. It's just like, do you believe? And then if you like think about the centuries of it, but like, there's no way to fucking put a fucking collar on that dog. Like, it's
That's what I said. It was like, if you go back 150, 200, 300 years,
yeah,
it was very slow progress. And then it was like, boom, something happened, boom, something happened. And like now we're past the point of no return.
yeah,
It's just like uncontrolled advancement
yeah.
and with no checks and balances.
It's fucking like everybody probably thinks they're the main character in their game, you know.
Yeah.
But there's no way to fucking really tell that.
There's no comparison.
Right.
There's no like,
So if we are part
There's-
of like a simulation,
I'd like,
it fucking drives
I'm
me
getting to
crazy.
the point where I hope that's the case.
But like, but
Because it makes it so much easier to be like, oh, cool, I can do whatever. Not necessarily that, but like,
no, why can't you?
so it's already predetermined.
yeah.
So
So you're telling me for the past fucking 12,000 years, nothing really happened until I was born?
I'm so sorry for everybody that came before me.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it feels like sometimes. Like, nothing really happened until we got here. Because like, since I've been born, the technology is like fucking quadrupled every year.
It's been an exponential curve.
Yeah. Everything before that, we're killing JFK and almost going to war with Russia, and
Yeah, again.
but like, what the fuck is going on? It's nuts.
But
You sent me a thing
but
about the
it's-
fucking brain computer.
I didn't get to research that. I'm sorry, I dropped the ball.
Oh, that shit fucked me up.
But
real
apparently
bad.
there's a company that is using actual human brain cells. This is from what I remember from what I sent you.
It's human brain cells, and they've like developed them so they have computing power,
Yes.
and you can rent these brain cells.
And it's like so much more powerful than
They're going to use
standard
it,
AI.
Well, they're going to use that same kind of technology for like quantum computing.
It's going to be the next step above quantum computing.
Right. Well, quantum computing hasn't been like really a thing yet, because once that happens,
Well,
and
they're doing it.
They're doing it, but it's
They're
not
not using binary. They're using something else.
It's just it's that shit. Like, it doesn't matter if there's
We
aliens.
didn't get talked about that.
What?
K2-18b.
What is that?
It's a planet where they found water.
Okay, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the quantum computing thing. Like, scares the fuck out of me.
It's not that. Not that.
Bear with us while we figure out life in the sticks.
They have a new name for what it's called, and it's not binary. It's something else. I don't know. I don't have the patience to look for it right now. But yes, so they're using human brain cells,
Yeah.
and when the brain cells
Are-
aren't being engaged to use as a computer or research or a search engine or to develop a thing,
Or storage.
yeah,
You can rent the brain cells for storage, well, computing power, whatever you want.
so they show them images of butterflies.
And they can control a dragonfly.
And they let the brain cells control what the butterfly is doing and seeing.
Yeah.
So the gist of that was to say,
Who's to say we're
so
not
that we're not all doing the same fucking thing
right now?
and we're just plugged in somewhere and we're like, hey, you're a computer, congratulations.
Right. Did you see the
And
fucking?
I was like, oh my god, the Matrix is real.
Well, like, Neil deGrasse Tyson did an interview with Morpheus from The Matrix, and that dude was like that script came across my desk, and I read it, and I was like, that's super interesting. It's a good sci-fi flick. I'll be in it. And he's like, as time goes on, I realized that was the simulation letting me know that we're in it before we're in it.
Wow.
And Neil deGrasse Tyson's like, Well, that's preposterous because if you really think about it, he's like, I don't know, man. Just it.
I'm just a dude telling you what I think.
That book, I've read it front cover, cover to back, and it's just fucking wild, man. Like, I don't know. I know I'm real. I think therefore I am.
I think we're all as real as we can be.
Yeah. But
Like I know it hurts when I hit my toe on the coffee table.
that's it. But like,
When I step on the Legos my kids leave on the floor, shit hurts.
it's just hard to like.
I think pain is also a hard. That's a hard thing to simulate.
Maybe.
I mean, you're still poking neurons.
But maybe it's fucking part of it.
But I think even so, you're still like physically inflicting the
Yeah.
situation, right?
Right.
Even if you're just a puddle of cells in a petri dish, there's still a stimulation that you don't like.
Right.
Like I think that's still even if we are in a simulation, let's just say we are, right? This is all bullshit. Like we could walk through that wall if we really knew how to do it. There are still real things that are factual. I think pain is one of those.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a way to fake that because it's a neuron response, right?
But if the computer's telling you to feel that neuron response,
There's still going to be an electrical stimulus. There's something to trigger it.
that's where this is where it gets all fucking gooky.
And I live my life on pain, so I don't know.
I don't know. Like that fucking video fucked me up more than I was already fucked up. I was like, what's the point? Who cares? Like,
And that's this is one of the things I wanted to. That's actually a real thing, or just bullshit. My bad.
yeah.
I dropped the ball.
Did you see that
Fuck
they?
it. Next week we're gonna be live on that website.
So did you see that they, first time ever, they had a sperm race?
Yes, and China won.
Yeah. Pretty
Whoops.
wild.
That was nuts.
It was not.
I've seen no less than 6 videos about that.
I can't believe that was something you can bet on.
Yeah, and they put it up on a big screen, and it's literally on a table the size of this laptop.
If that,
Yeah, that's a long track.
for them,
Well, they're so small.
tiny swimmers.
And apparently, Timmy Tommy Johnny's was the slowest.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was nuts. And there were people gambling on that shit.
That's it. That was the thing. Like, who's gonna win the sperm race? When I watched that video, I was like, we are so fucking far from God's light.
We're fucked as a society.
Like, we're gambling on that. It's already barbaric enough to gamble on someone's jizz, but now it's like on every social media platform.
Yeah.
That was like, I was like, we are so done.
So what? Like the thing that I don't understand, and I have not seen a video yet that explains this scenario.
Yeah.
So I know when I come,
You come?
I'm coming.
I'm coming.
Anyway, like
Do not come.
those things, no, there's a goal.
It's just go and find what
But,
it.
that's like
I think it's a hormone-based thing. Like, I think it's an estrus.
they just took a sample, like a dropper
And dumped
of
it.
some semen, and went,
Go.
and then like those motherfuckers just went, whee.
I think at the end,
Like, is that the only thing they know how to do?
That's it.
Probably.
That's it.
Is go.
And that's one of those sperms are us. We figured out how to get there first.
I'm so sorry that we were the winners.
God. All my fallen brothers. All my fallen sperm brothers. I'm so sorry it was me.
There was like 3 presidents, an astrophysicist, the dude that knew
The
how
cure
to cure
of cancer.
cancer,
Yeah.
the greatest human ever known to mankind. Sorry, they didn't make it. You got me.
You didn't know how to run. So sorry.
Should have been faster.
I mean, like, there's a part of me that gets it. Like, yeah, of course I won. I'm the most competitive human being I know.
And I think that
Might been it.
That's what it is.
Just fucking from the get.
That you have this competitive drive and be like, fuck you.
You might be the.
You want to play a game? Let's play a game. I'm gonna fucking win. I don't even know the rules,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna win.
It will win.
I'll figure it out.
Yes.
I don't know songs. I'll figure them
I'll
out.
figure them out.
You were like, hey, that little run you did was really cool. That was just me trying to figure out what the fuck notes was playing.
It was great. Tonight, I was like, I'm in heaven. Like, it was all great. There was not a fucking. I had the best time. The best time.
So yeah, that's my take on it.
Yeah. It just sucks because, like, you won't know that this is all fucking bullshit simulation until you die.
And yet we proliferate, we expand our race, we have kids, we go about our day to day.
Yeah.
It's there's a chemically implanted drive in us.
We know what to do.
Which is weird because
No one taught us.
nobody taught us. And not like you say, oh, my parents taught me.
Nope.
Not really.
Nope. They just told you not to touch the hot stove.
Yeah.
Don't say fuck in front of the preacher.
Don't stick a metal thing in the thing that has electricity in it.
Yep. You'll die.
Yeah. These things will kill you. They taught us how
Right.
to not die.
That's
They didn't
it.
teach us how to live.
As a good parent should.
They didn't teach us how to live.
No. No.
I mean,
but
they did. They did the best they could.
the fucking living.
But-
The living part is all us.
There's no instruction manual.
No.
There's no.
You know what makes you happy. You know
Yeah.
You know what fucking.
You know what mixes the right chemicals in your brain.
Yes. Like, as of right now, as I am, right now, as I stand, I need one night a week with my friends to fucking tie one on,
Yeah.
and then I'm set for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
This week I've tied it on a lot. I shouldn't have, and I'm doing it again tonight. Tomorrow's going to be the worst day. My endorphins are shot.
Blew your load too soon.
Nope, I've been blowing it all weekend. I'm just fucking drained.
Continuously blowing.
I am. I've done all the deeds. So, last night, Alpha Dog, Chris Williams,
Yeah.
had a little fucking pop-up birthday party for him. After I ate crawfish, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to Longview. I packed 7 beers in my cooler. I was like, that's all you're gonna get. That's it. No more. Once you finish those, go home. Go to sleep.
Did not happen.
Not a fucking chance. I got 7 in, and then the Swell Burger people brought a whole case. I was like, sure enough. As soon as I fucking, like, the last little bit, threw it in the trash can, they showed up, and I was like, with Miller Lite of all beers. And I was like, that's your beer? They're like, no, it's everyone's beer. I was like, God damn it. So I just kept on going.
Drank all their beer.
I drank a lot of it, and then we talked about stuff, and they were like asking about weird questions. Like, I get it because they don't have kids and I do, so I was like talking about my kids, and I was like, yeah, they're all NICU babies, and they're like, that can happen? I was like, yeah,
It's pretty common.
it's pretty common. Yeah, be prepared, as Scar would say on Lion King. And then finally, like at 10:45, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a mature adult decision and go home.
Yeah, because I've got to be awake in 6 hours.
I went home, and luckily I showered before I left. I came home and I fucking ripped my shirt off, Hulk Hogan style, and crashed. And then my alarm clock went off, and it was like, man, what have I done? What have I done?
I made a bad decision.
Yeah, Saturday night, drank a pretty good amount. Not a lot. I don't think I drank as much as,
I had 4 beers,
yeah,
which is, I mean, I had my kids, so I was being really,
responsible.
yeah.
I had 7
we
before you
stayed
showed up.
We stayed up so late and had the best time. We talked the whole way home about music and life, and
That's
like,
great, dude.
it was awesome.
Yeah, I had 7 beers before you even got there, so
Yeah.
that was my
When,
bad.
when you called me
I was like, should I?
and told me about your mama listening to the podcast,
That was cool. Shout out moms. I love you.
you're like, I fucked up. I brought the small cooler. You're like, it holds 9. I was like, well, those are going to be gone before the show starts.
I bought an 18 pack.
And you were like, no, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. No.
I was right.
Yeah, you were 100%. I bought an 18 pack and
I drank 3 of them.
yeah, I put 9 or 10 in my personal pack. And I gave beers to you and Zach and a couple of guys, but like most of it was.
I mean, you didn't drink all of it.
I didn't drink all 18.
I drank 3. I had 1 Old Horse beer.
Yes.
I might have had 5. I think I had 2 Old Horse beers.
Well, I had a Pabst Blue Ribbon from Stinky McPeterson. He showed up and he's like, "Want some beer?" It's like, "What do you think?"
Yeah, he came up to me after the show and he was like, I'd give you beer, but I don't have any. But he was still carrying the box around.
He's such a weird guy.
And there was like 3 empties in there. I was like, just throw it in the trash, dude.
Yeah. You don't have to be cool.
Like, it's fine.
Just be yourself.
It's fine.
Just be yourself. You don't have to do this fucking whatever you're doing. You already got a face tattoo. You fucking crossed the line.
Yeah.
Like,
Bold decision.
wild.
I would get tattoos in a lot of places. I do not ever expect there to be one on my face.
Every 2 months I want a neck tattoo. And then I talk myself out of it.
I have a funny story to tell you personally, not on the podcast.
Okay.
About why I do not want to or have a neck tattoo.
I want one. I want to fucking...
That's fine. And it doesn't have to change your desires. But for me, it's hilarious. And it checks out.
Yeah.
So
I just want
there
one.
are some things that are just for me.
Yeah. That's the fun part of this podcast. Is like we have things that y'all will never know. What?
Somebody said, I'm here.
Who is it?
Everhard
Oh.
077755.
That's my boy. It's Cameron.
What's up, Cameron?
Me and him, we have incredible stories. We lived a whole life before we even should have, like,
We all have.
he's a good boy. He's a good man. Oh, Cameron. Proud of that guy.
Did you ever figure out who was it
Dova?
2 episodes ago or 1 episode ago?
2.
Did you ever figure out who it was?
I don't fucking know.
I figured it was like if it was one of your buddies, they would have messaged you and be like,
Nope.
"Oh, hey, this is me, by the
Nope.
way."
I think it might be my dad in disguise.
That would be wild.
I think it might be that fucking psychopath.
I hope that's accurate.
I don't. He wouldn't say, "Hey, Matt sees Mike's not working."
That's true. He's like, I remember the old Pittsburgh sale barn. Now I want a hot dog.
I don't think he went to the sale barn. It was just me and my grandpa.
But like,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It all makes sense. The fucking interview that I sent you, he was a senator, Glenn Gladwell. The
yeah,
9/11 dude.
you sent me the whole podcast.
I did.
You sent me a clip, then you sent me the podcast.
So I've been on that fucking 9/11 bullshit.
That was the Carson Tucker.
Yes. I get, so like, Carson Tucker has some pretty good interviews.
Yeah, he interviews really good people.
Yes. He did Alex Jones a couple weeks ago, and the first thing out of his mouth is like, "You predicted 9/11. How did you do that?" And Alex Jones was like, "I just saw the writing on the wall."
I know how to read.
Yeah. And like there's videos of him calling it out when he's on his like little small public,
Yeah.
public.
I was like, the TV version of NPR, which would be, I guess would be like PBS.
No, it was Houston, or it was Austin's public access.
Oh, okay.
Like he had a fucking time slot, and he would sit there for 30 minutes and like squawk. And he's like, "The American people need to know about this." So,
You
but
do a really good Alex Jones, by the way.
I've been listening to that dude for a fucking long time. It's not been great at some points, but on the Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones gives you like, he's like, it's the federal government like trying to stop him. Like the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's wild. Like he has paperwork, he has facts, he has all like this. He's like, "I never said anything about Sandy Hooks. I just said the one thing that I said, and that was information from an insider, and it was a lie." and then they cooked me. And they put his court on HBO, like, and it's like a fucking
They
kangaroo
made it
court.
an entire like
Yeah.
parade of you can't get out of this.
Yes, and that was most of the whole thing. He went on for like 45 minutes explaining the whole thing, and it was wild. But the dude that was on it, this guy was a
You know, so like, sorry. He's a journalist.
Talking about
How
Jones?
many? Huh?
talking about Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many journalists do we know of that report what they're given? And it could be right or the fucking weatherman.
Well, like think about us.
It's a, like, yeah, we're
not journalists, but
we're
it's-
regurgitating information.
Yeah, but like stuff and we
We're just uncredited.
need to be. We don't need to be fucking.
No, I
anything.
want nobody to take anything that we. This is a fiction novel.
This is something that you could just fucking. tell
But
your-
like, so everybody burns his ass
Mhm.
for getting one thing wrong, based on things that he was given to report from.
Right.
That's what every journalist in the country, in the world does.
Yeah,
They take information from sources
and they regurgitate.
and they say, "Hey,
This came across my desk.
this is what I know,
Yep.
based on what I've been told from
Right.
a credible source."
Right.
So he had one credible source that fucked him
Yep. And he's being like,
to intentionally try to tank him as a human, not his career, his life.
the Obama administration, the FBI that was under him, they have tried to burn him to the ground. And
They're still trying,
they're still trying. And like he has
but
a-
his facts have been bulletproof to this point in time.
pretty much.
Like they may not be 100% accurate.
The shit there's
They're
some,
close enough to be right.
he went on Rogan like in 2017, 2016. And it was like the first time he did Rogan.
And I don't like Alex Jones because he's one of those people that's just crazy enough to say whatever the fuck he wants and sounds like a lunatic.
Right.
But then when you go back, like, oh,
Yeah.
you were.
So like InfoWars, you used to be able to get on AM radio
Yeah.
and you could catch Alex Jones talking, and it was at like 7:30 at night, and I would go out in my old fucking F-150 and listen to him. I would listen to him, and I'd listen to like fucking Art Bell Coast to Coast
Yeah.
and like shit like that. This isn't.
That's when gas was cheap and you could just sit in there.
I
and-
just fucking cruise around and listen. It was great. So I'm fucking slowly just getting out of fucking screen. So, oh, we can do that. Yeah. Fuck you guys. We'll go down here.
We've got long mic cables.
Yeah, we can do what we want. So
I just can't reach my beer now.
that's a problem. He fucking. The whole interview with Tucker Carlson was him being like explaining his case, and he might lose InfoWars because of this whole thing, because they wanted to settle for like almost $1 billion, you know, and he's like, I don't have that kind of money. They're like, that's fine, just give us InfoWars, and he's like, that's not the deal. You need the settlement. You don't need my business.
No, they just want silence.
They want you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It was really wild. Before all that, his name was Kurt Weldon. He was a congressman.
Yes.
He was a congressman during 9/11. And before 9/11, he was like the fucking spokesperson for the armed forces. And he was like, Donald Rumsfeld endorsed this man.
He's a very well-respected senator.
He was a great guy.
Yeah.
And he still is a great guy. From my understanding, he's a fucking red, white, and blue boy. So after 9/11, he started asking questions like, why would this happen when we had the facts beforehand? Like, we knew things were about to go off. Like, why are we saying that we can't find Osama bin Laden when we have reports that he's in Iraq, not in Saudi Arabia, not
Not in Afghanistan.
and not in Afghanistan. He's in Iraq. He found, like, there's one guy and he was part of like the United States Falconry. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently there's like a fucking
Pretty cool.
coalition of dudes that just fucking do falconry. He said, yeah, we saw Bin Laden's bird in Iraq. We know it's his bird. Like, there's only one certain bird that looks like his bird. Because, like, over there, that's a huge deal.
It's like horses.
Yes.
Like they're very much
Yes. So they're like,
bred to be a certain
it's
thing.
like, we saw Osama Bin Laden's bird. So if that's public enemy number one, we know where he's at. And then he was like, hey, I know where they're at. And they're like, he would go to the CIA with it. And they're like, we cannot confirm or deny this information. Thank you, Congressman. Kept going, kept going, kept going. Then the CIA raided his daughter's house, who was like his like political manager. Daughter did nothing wrong.
Oh.
They raided her house, took a shit, and I reported on this when I was working for CNN. And like, whatever happened to that? He said, absolutely nothing. They never interviewed her. They never questioned her. They just raided her house, made a big fucking public display about it. 3 months later, they give her all her shit back.
It's a message.
And then I lost credibility from that because, you know, he said it on the thing, and I respect the fuck out of this. He's like, come shoot me in the fucking head.
Leave my kids alone.
Don't fuck with my kid. And like, he says that on the thing. So he is trying to get the word out. He has like a handful of firefighters that were there on 9/11 who heard things go off. The videos of firefighters like, yeah, the bombs went off and the fucking floors came down.
Yeah.
And there's one video where they're like, I don't know what's going on, and then you can hear pow, 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 pow. He's like, that's another bomb.
It's like the deal you sent me. Like, why was CNN there already set up with cameras
Right,
recording
right.
just on a random Tuesday
Yeah.
in
Tuesday,
2001?
fucking 8:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
Why are you there?
Yeah.
Why? So here's a cool fact. This isn't from that interview, but this is another fact. There was a guy that had a storefront right across the road from the World Trade Center, and every morning between like 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. or 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., a truck would come in, like a van, a couple guys, and they had big heavy bags. They would go into the World Trade Center. This is the hours where there's nobody in the office.
Right.
They'd go up there, and they'd be there for 4 hours, come back down, next morning, back again, next morning, back again. Over and over and over and over.
I've heard this before. Yeah.
And then come to find out, like that one guy, he was like saying like, no, like something ain't adding up because there was someone there when they weren't supposed to be there.
Right.
And you look at the footage of 9/11 as it goes down. I'm not saying like 9/11 was fake or nothing like that. People lost their life. Innocent
a lot of
Americans.
people died. A lot of people died.
Innocent Americans that had no idea what the fuck was about to happen. All the firefighters. There's a firefighter. God damn, I can't think of his fucking name. He has a radio transmission right before the tower collapses. He goes, hey, I'm on floor 78. We can handle it. He says, it's just a fire. We can handle it.
Yeah. That's before all the shit collapsed and
Right.
disintegrated.
Disintegrated. You look at what technology can do that. It's thermite. Thermite, like the thermite charges.
Yeah.
That
Which
would
also cuts steel beams at perfect
Instantly.
45-degree angles.
instantly, fucking instantly. So Kurt Weldon has all these engineers, all these fucking architects, people that will put their fucking credibility on the list to say, like, this is not right. I've been on this fucking train since I was in high school. I did a fucking, like, in speech class. Like, we had to do, like, a convincing speech, you know? Like, hey. What?
Hotel Wi-Fi is poopy. I'll keep you on Spotify. Keep it up. Loving the pods.
Thanks, Daddy. Kissy, kissy. I did a speech in my senior year, and it was like a convincing speech. And then I wanted to convince, like my speech was about 9/11 being an inside job. 2007.
Yeah.
This is fucking 6 years after the fact. And I was like, I was like, yeah, I'll look into it. And then another friend of mine, Jeff and Gary Ward's little brother, Wes,
Yeah.
we both had the fucking exact same speech.
Nice.
And like, we had the same facts. Larry Silverstein took out a huge policy on the fucking buildings, which he owned,
Yeah.
because
It's also the same dude that had breakfast there every morning,
except for,
except for that day.
yep. So the thing is,
And did you send me the thing about the lawsuit
well,
with the Port Authority?
Yes. The Port Authority was telling the owners of the building, which was Larry Silverstein, that the bill to get the asbestos off the walls was going to be over $1 billion.
Yeah.
Way more than what the building was worth.
Cheaper to blow it up, build a new building.
Yeah. But the fact is, you can't do that
Right.
unless
Yeah.
you
If you know a guy.
unless you hang it on someone's head that you trained. If you were the CIA, you trained them to fight against the Russian forces invading Saudi Arabia. Like, all the dudes are patsies. Have you ever heard about the six, they're called the Six Dancing Men?
Nope. Hold that thought.
Okay, I'll just sing.
Just sing. Sing Cher again.
No matter how hard I try, you keep kissing me aside and I can't break free. I like seeing the chat. That's dope. Who's watching right now? Make yourself known, all three of you. Well, I guess nobody's watching. They just have us on and they're just talking shit. Pee doo doo tee tee. I hear my co-host. Oh, Kevin's watching. Good. Are you wizards?
Hello,
Yeah.
Three Wise Men.
So the Port Authority, they were like saying like, hey, this building is filled with nasty shit and it needs to be
Yeah.
eradicated. It just makes sense to me. Like, they made Bin Laden the patsy because Bin Laden was a long-beard rebel force.
Random side note. We had our first official safety meeting at work today with
Yeah,
he's doing
yeah, I heard a little bit of this.
like monthly meetings and we're doing people.
Haven't had a safety meeting in 4 years.
And he threw this random factoid. It was like after the Trump thing that Craig was
Yeah,
complaining about. He was like, the reason President Trump did this stuff with OSHA is because he owns the 4th largest general construction company in the world.
yeah.
Like, do you know who owns the first? I was like,
The Rockefellers.
is this a rhetorical question? No, it's the Bin Ladens. It's Osama bin Laden's dad
Really?
owns the #1 biggest general construction company in the world.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Huh.
That's wild.
Huh.
So, like, his son just went fucking wild card and blew up the World Trade Center.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
I was telling
Because
you.
that makes so much sense, right?
Yeah. So I was saying there's this Six Dancing Men. They're on like a bunch of news things. 6 dudes. They're across the way from the World Trade Center. When it's going down, they're recording and they're celebrating. Like, they did it. Hell yeah. Come to find out, most of them are like Mossad agents for Israel.
Okay, we're going back to Kennedy now.
It's just it's.
Hey, also, how come all the bodies burned up, but the passport survived?
How did you find the passport 2 days after the fact?
In a pile of sand.
The fucking New York Fire Department couldn't find their friends
Yeah. Yeah, there's
within
no
weeks.
There were like the amount of bodies, and this is morbid. I hate it. I'm sorry, but the amount of humans that lost their lives either in the Trade Center or recovering like helping, like the first responders.
Yep.
Like there's so many people that never got to bury an actual person.
Right.
Because they never found them.
Right.
But they found these like 6 passports
Right.
randomly in the debris.
Yep.
Paper burns at a much lower temperature
Than humans.
than flesh and bone.
It just.
None of the sciences, none of the maths.
So like, it's being like loving conspiracy theories. I don't love this one. I don't like fucking.
It's the most depressing one that we've talked about.
Because not only does it prove that the people who are supposed to have our best interest, they don't absolutely give a fuck about you.
No, they have their best interests.
Exactly. So, like right now, we're on the cusp of going to war with Iraq again,
And China.
and China, and everything. I guarantee if you made a poll so every human being that lives in America can vote on it, I guarantee you over 90% of it would say, don't fucking do this right now.
It'd be higher than 90.
That's me being fucking.
I-
There's some people that still fucking believe the hype.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a fucking two-edged sword for me. Like, I love the fact that I live in America. I love America.
It's the best country in the world.
But America is not the America that I love.
Checks out.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, it's not the same place.
No.
That we grew up
and it
like.
has never been the same place. Like the fact that any war that we've been into, you look at Vietnam, the Gulf of Tonkin, it's not, we shouldn't have been there. It was kind of fucking a pride thing. And like those dudes whooped our ass.
We should have stopped at World War II.
We should have never, after World War II, we should have fucking never went to another war.
Yep.
And we didn't even lose half the fucking people Russia lost. Like, that's another fucking thing. You find out that when we declared war, we never declared war on Germany. Did you hear this shit?
I told you this shit.
You told me this.
Yeah.
We never declared war on Germany.
That's because all the banks were in Germany.
Exactly. It's just, the fucking further you go,
We declared war on Japan because they
fucking made a fucking
touched our
stank.
boats.
Yeah. They made a stink, and then surprisingly or not, the president at the time, FDR, had the best fucking speech to fire you up.
Yeah.
I've read things that like maybe we knew something was going to happen before the fact, and if that's
he allegedly he knew, and
Yeah.
that's why he sent all the destroyers
yes,
out of Pearl Harbor in the middle of the night before December 7th.
it fucking makes me crazy. Like thinking the only way to fire these dudes up, these fucking weak mind, strong back motherfuckers, is like putting something on them that they were, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. I have to fucking retaliate for these fallen people.
Yeah.
And that's what it kind of feels like. I think about all who served in the military, and like they're not right now.
Nobody's ever gone to war and came back okay.
Right. But like that's my thing, like fucking for what? For what? Because the whole thing in the fucking early 2000s is like, we need to go over there because they have weapons of mass destruction. No. Like, Saddam Hussein was a rough dude. That dude was not great.
Yeah.
His son is the fucking living image of what Saddam Hussein did.
Yeah, he was a wild card. Like, I don't think that's,
Yeah.
and I don't know enough about it to speak on it factually.
Yeah.
But I feel like he was the guy that got left holding the short straw
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, it's your turn to be the monkey in the middle.
Yeah.
You
But
lo-
like every time they take,
You lose this round.
so it's like this weird fucking cycle. They take away a leader, and then it becomes a vacuum, and then you get these fucking rebel forces coming up, Taliban, ISIS. Like it just keeps
Whatever it happens to be,
fucking
yeah.
repeating itself, and like we're about to do the same goddamn thing
35 years later.
because of fucking Benjamin Netanyahu, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, we have to do. It's just, I'm tired, boss. I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm tired, Grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad.
I don't understand it. I feel like everybody that lives in this country is like not for this shit anymore.
I don't think anybody knows.
No.
Because it's too easy to distract everyone.
It's too easy to fucking.
Because we have this shit, like we're doing right now,
We're the problem.
where we talked about this 35 episodes ago.
Yeah.
The easiest way to hide something is to just put it out in public.
Yeah.
Because there is too much information
Yeah.
at our fingertips.
We're drowning in it.
And nobody can decipher what's true and what's bullshit anymore.
Nope.
And that's intentional.
Yeah.
I fully believe that's intentional.
We're
And you can call me a loon, you can call me a kook, you can call me whatever. I'm going to stand in my yard and say, well, fuck those clouds. I don't
Yeah.
care. I think there's so much. So we talked about the problems with proliferation earlier, or last week,
Yeah.
right? 2 weeks ago. Well, this is the proliferation of information.
Yeah.
It's like if you just dump so much on people
Yeah.
that there's no way they can process any of it
Right.
fully.
Right.
Like you're gonna get like a surface level understanding of
Yeah.
a lot of shit.
Well, and also,
Does that make sense?
no, it makes perfect sense. And also, you're either left, right, or center. Like now, there's 3 teams. Like everybody has their own fucking stance to stand on, and they think they're doing the best. Nobody's going to it like it's so fucking hard to like take the fucking step back and be like, God damn it, fuck.
It's hard for anybody to really know what they think
Yeah.
as an individual.
Because if you have opinions, then you can be fucking crucified for it one way or the other. Like in Texas, it's fucking, if you say like what they're doing in the Gaza Strip's absolutely atrocious. Like there's no sense in that. Like there's fucking children being killed every day.
Which is true.
But then they'll be like, why aren't you for Israel?
Because I don't care
support
if it's here, there, or somewhere else.
the whole fucking thing in the bud.
Hey,
We have
here's-
to
okay.
fucking figure it
Here's
out.
my deal. We've always talked about this. Like, I don't care what you do, right?
Right.
Leave my fucking kids alone.
Yeah.
Do your best to leave me alone.
Yeah.
But definitely leave my kids alone. My stance is the same for my kids or somebody else's kids.
Leave them alone.
Leave the fucking kid. Like, there are genuinely innocent people
Yes.
that do not deserve or expect anything bad to happen to them.
Yeah.
And it's our job as humans, as adults, to protect all of those innocent people.
Right.
I don't care where you're from.
No.
I don't care what you look like. I don't care.
Right. I just hated that there's these fucking old oligarchs making these choices.
Just like, if we're ever gonna make it as a race,
I don't think.
I don't even care a society.
Yeah.
Like, as a species, fucking leave the kids alone.
Yeah.
Do everything you can to protect them.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If you kill the kids, we stop.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah. Pretty
If
simple.
you take the alternator out of your car,
It's done.
your battery dies.
Yeah. Kids are alternators.
In this scenario, yes.
Yeah.
Now, that's about as bare bones as I can get with it.
No, it makes, like, I agree with you 100%. It just fucking drives me crazy. Like,
These rich old fucks don't care.
that's
'Cause
it.
they think they're invincible. Because they have money. They
I
have
watched a
power,
fucking-
whatever. I don't care.
I watched a video and this dude worked for the fucking Communist Russia. He was part of, like, he was an advisor. And he is now in hiding. He's like Edward Snowden of China. If you can put that in.
Yeah.
And he did an interview, I can't think of Barry Weiss, it was someone else. But he speaks English, of course. He's like, China's already fucking sucked y'all dry.
Yeah.
There's nothing,
60 years ago.
yeah, like
This is not new.
we've taken your money, we've taken your like the money that should have been on your fucking part of the land. We've built infrastructure, healthcare, all this other things and shit. He's like, what America needs is a revolution, and that's terrifying to hear.
From an enemy,
He's
quote unquote enemy.
quote unquote enemy, but he's just saying like, he's like, y'all are such fucking sheep, basically. Like, and I'm not saying like fucking go grab your gun and do nothing. No, I'm just saying like,
Use your brain.
yeah.
Use like a little bit of your brain.
There's no voting for what we do military wise.
No.
It's all executive power, and that's fucked up. I feel like I really do think that nobody wants to do this shit anymore. I think everybody's like, God damn it, let us focus on our life for a little while.
I think that's intentional.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a hey, look at this hand over
Yeah.
here while this hand
Yeah,
does the dirty work.
Right.
It's a magician's trick. It's sleight of hand.
yeah. Sleight of hand.
Yeah. It's literally the oldest trick in the book.
I didn't mean to put a fucking wiener in the butthole of this
No,
podcast.
this is what this podcast is about, dude. It's just like we're gonna come in here, we're gonna hash shit out,
yeah,
we're gonna talk,
yeah.
and what you get's what you get.
That's it.
You either like it, you hate it, you don't care. I don't care.
I don't give a shit.
We're gonna do it either way.
I just don't.
I am not thrilled about the next
4 years, 5
three
years,
and a half years of my life.
Yeah,
3 years,
and I don't think it's fucking
265 days.
And I don't think it's a fucking Trump thing. I think it's just the fucking cards now.
A puppet's a puppet. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah,
Right now it's Donald Trump.
yeah.
He can't do anything
No,
as a person.
I guarantee it.
That's
I
been my
guarantee
biggest
it.
thing forever. Is like, all my friends are like, "Oh, who are you voting for?" I was like, "Doesn't fucking
Doesn't
matter."
fucking give a matter, dude. The only thing that they have a stance on are things that makes you mad.
Well, and like, if I'm gonna convince, it's a job interview. If I want you to hire me, I'm gonna tell you the best story you've ever heard, and I'm gonna sing my own praises for months, right? Can I actually do any of the shit I'm talking about? We'll figure it out, but probably not.
Right.
If you look at it in the
Grand scheme.
the grand scheme. If it's me and you having a conversation, yes, like I'm telling you the absolute truth,
Right.
without a doubt. But that's all politics is
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm gonna sell myself because that's what I need to do
Yeah.
to get the job that I want.
Well, most politicians, they have these backers, these lobbyists, these people that fucking put
Yeah.
the money up for them to do their
And you're gonna
campaign.
do whatever I tell you to do because I'm paying your fucking salary.
I saw a fucking incredible video of Bernie Sanders at a town hall meeting on CNN against Anderson Cooper.
Okay.
Anderson Cooper tried to like stop him because he was talking about like the health insurance thing. And he was just spitting fucking hot fire. Bernie Sanders was like, he was just going around like the nationwide statistics. He's like, it's insane that this country, who are supposed to be so profitable, so rich, so this, that, and the other, we spend exorbitant amount of money just to have nothing, health-wise.
Or
And then
Anything
Anderson
else.
Cooper tried to like shut him down. He's like, I'm not done talking because I understand you get a check from these big wigs, but I don't. And these people need to hear this shit. And it was like the most refreshing thing I fucking. Like they're fucking us over terribly.
yeah, and you're buying into it.
Yeah.
Willingly.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big Bernie fan.
I'm not either.
Like-
But it was cool to hear a guy that was like, no, fuck
You
them.
know, like 15, 20 years ago when he first was like making a big push, I think he was on the right track. And I
Yeah.
think he really believed what he was saying. And I think most of it was right.
Yeah. He is a socialist in the way like
Well, it's like Ron Paul.
fucking that guy should have
His son,
Rand Paul. Yes.
top notch.
Top notch. I agree.
like he's never gonna get a chance
Nope.
because he's too
Ron Paul
out of the pocket.
Ron Paul, when he went to the debate,
Like his financial shit is stupid. It's never gonna work.
yeah,
But like his views on general day-to-day stuff,
yeah.
like, oh yeah, that's
It just, to me, like, I like to think of things, and if it makes sense, I don't think one human being, like they have the cabinet, I get that, but
Yeah.
the cabinet is the
you got the
president,
House, you got the Senate, you got the cabinet.
right? But they are all, I think, the true
Everybody's bought and paid for.
right. I think the true leaders, it needs to be like a coalition. I think it needs to be like fucking 5 dudes or 5 chicks and dudes, whatever the fuck you want to say. I think it needs to be 5 of them.
Council.
A council. This dude leans right. This chick leans left. This is a libertarian. This one's in the Green Party. It's just 5 people.
This motherfucker don't care.
This motherfucker is a iron worker from Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Good old boy.
Good old boy. And they have to fucking get in the room and figure some shit out.
And you can't leave the room until there's a decision made.
It's just like a jury duty.
That's right.
They can't come out without a fucking decision made. Innocent or guilty. Figure it out. Huh?
Hey, and you know what? You might be wrong.
Yeah.
It's a chance you got to take.
Yeah. Not just one person with people that are trying to fucking yes them to death.
Yeah, and that's
The fact that Tulsi Gabbard posted on her Twitter or whatever the fuck, but when they bombed the Houthis, like Tulsi Gabbard's she was a Democrat. She was against war.
Yeah.
So her whole thing has always been like I served. I know the
That's
fucking.
really unfortunate because I like her a whole
I fucking
lot.
liked her so much, and like when the Democratic party shit all over her, made her out like a bad person, like she was a Russian spy.
Yeah.
And like I was like, no, she's fucking shaking cages. That's what you want. And now she's part of Trump's cabinet, and then now she's fucking her, JD Vance, all these fucking dudes are like, yeah, we bombed the Houthis. Those fucking Houthis, they do nothing to us. Like it's in the ocean, but it doesn't even affect not even 3% of our trade. And they were like, we got them. What the fuck, man?
That's like slapping a mosquito off your shoulder while there's an alligator swallowing the lower half of your body.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's the same it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna deal with this nuisance
Yeah.
while I'm dying
Right.
from malaria.
Let me fucking pop this pimple while I have cancer all eating my body right now.
Same thing.
Yeah.
It's
It's stupid.
hey, look, we did this thing.
Doesn't matter.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
While over here, we're cutting your legs out from under you
God
as a
damn it.
society.
It's just all going to shit real fast.
I'm not okay.
No.
We're not okay.
No. That's why I'm fucking in a band at 35 years old. I'm trying to fucking be happy any way I can.
The ones I'm putting in.
Yeah.
My brain can't make it.
And like you can't you can't talk to anybody. Like
We'll talk about it.
you and I can, because
They're gonna hear it.
we're fucking. That's fine. I'm fine
No,
with that.
they should hear it.
And the people that I work with can hear it, and they like, I can't stand it. I can't fucking stand no, they need to die because they're bad. Like, what the fuck are you saying right now?
Do you know them?
What's their name?
Do you know them? Like
I don't know their name, but I don't want them to die.
Did they hurt you
Yeah.
personally?
They didn't do shit to you. They fucking checked your ego. Not even your ego. The fucking ego you got wrapped up in national pride.
So like, yeah, I get it. That country over there, those countries over there,
I don't know a fucking soul over there.
but they have been at war for 3,000 years.
yes,
Cool, great.
it has nothing to do with me.
That's their business.
Fuck yeah.
You don't go down the street to the trailer park,
Knocking on doors
not
and
gonna
be
be like, hey, what are you doing to your neighbor?
yeah, where's my cat?
You don't
motherfucker?"
care. You don't care
Yeah.
because you don't need to care.
The only time you should care is when it's right in front of you and it affects your fucking time.
And
dude.
is it too late at that point in time? In a global sense, maybe,
I don't know.
but it's also not going to directly affect you until it's in your front yard.
yes.
Do I think that there needs to be peace and safety globally? Absolutely, because that makes everybody's life easier.
Yeah.
Do I think it's our responsibility to ensure that? Absolutely not. I've got friends and family that have done that. My
Yeah.
dad was a veteran.
Yeah.
I fully respect it.
Well, to be
that
fair,
was a different time.
to be fair, they were stepping into shit like, oh, this is gonna come to our front door.
Absolutely.
They've already fucking knocked on the door.
Yeah. He lied about his age to enlist in the Army to fight in World War II
Yeah.
because he believed it was the thing to do.
Yeah.
And I get it.
I get anybody signing up.
They were coming out of the Great Depression. Some motherfuckers, they found out.
Yeah.
He did the thing.
Yeah.
That's fine.
They fucked around in a bad way.
They found out in the
In
worst
the
way.
worst. Yeah. That was not.
But that's not the society that we're in right now.
No.
A, we're too fucking soft
Yeah.
to do that again. B, the world as a whole owns our asses financially.
We can't get out of it.
No.
When we were doing the math last week, like what $1 billion is per second.
Yeah.
It's 33 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trillions.
Yeah. We are like 374 years in debt.
Way past that.
That's conservative.
We're
And that's making like $1 million an hour.
the fact that we have our own currency it's laughable. The fact that I have money in my account that I feel like
It's all like a certificate of trust at this point in time.
here you go, I've made monies, here it is.
I have this piece of laundry that says it's worth $1.
Yeah. Fucking,
Will you trade me half a soda pop
my poor daughter
for this sock?
My poor daughter, we went to the mall Friday when I picked her up, and she wanted to buy something, and she wanted this cool Stitch backpack, and she had money. And she asked the lady, how much is it? She was like, oh, it's $35. And she like looked at me like, what the fuck did she just, like, I was like,
Is this bit crazy?
yeah. I was like, welcome to the world.
Yeah.
She's like, can I hold $1? I was like, no more.
No.
No.
You can hold one, but that's not going to get you anywhere.
It all just sucks.
We're fucked. Hey, we're fucked. That's it. Okay?
It sucks, man.
It's not okay. It's not pleasant. It's not.
It just sucks because like the
And I hope to Tho or Amon
Thoth
Ra
and fucking
or whoever the fuck is in charge right now that I'm wrong
I don't.
because I have kids.
Yeah.
If I didn't have kids, I don't think I'd care. I'd just be along for the ride. Fuck it, let's go. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I have small humans that I have to worry about.
Right.
And I don't know how to do that.
No.
I can't prepare them.
Like before this podcast even started, it's like, how do I get my son to eat food that makes him feel healthy?
Yeah,
If it's like
that's small shit.
that's small shit. Like
don't-
if like fucking shit hits the fan, I'm like, you gotta eat this fucking squirrel, dude, or you're gonna die.
Hey, you see that plant over there?
yeah.
That's dinner.
We have to
Yeah.
keep moving too.
I don't know how to prepare innocent minds.
for chaos.
Yeah.
Pure fucking shit chaos.
I mean, McKay will figure it out. He'll just eat a person. That's fine.
he'll be the ruler
Yeah.
of the universe.
He's going to be like Trogdor the Brave or something. I don't know.
Trogdor the Brave.
That's a Homestar Runner reference for any of you old heads out there listening. Burninating the countryside. I don't know, dude. And I hope beyond hope that, granted, 20 years from now, if we're still alive, we go back and listen to them and be like, man, that was fucking crazy. Right? Like,
Yeah.
we're cool. That was easy.
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but I hope it does. I hope I'm just the old man yelling at clouds, having to go pee all the time.
It's just fucking.
I just don't have any hope. And it's hard for me to like hide that from my kids.
it's hard to look at your kids in the eye and tell them like
You have a future. It's gonna be great.
yeah, my daughter wants to go to college, and I'm like, probably not though. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe you should just fucking.
Luckily, I'm not to the point where I have to have those.
My daughter's like, what's our first
But
car
like,
gonna be? And I'm like,
my oldest was like, hey, I want to be
fucking tank.
I want to be a marine engineer. I was like, what do you mean by marine engineer? It was like an engineer for the Marines. I was like, oh, you want to be part of the Marine Corps of Engineers?
Yeah,
He's like, yeah.
the USMC.
I was like, okay. And like in my head, I'm like, hey, you're never gonna make it through boot camp.
Yeah.
B, I don't think I want you to do that, bud. Like, and if that's what he decides he wants to do, I'm not gonna stop him. It's not my place.
I think
He-
if my
he's-
kids want to fucking join the armed services in any sort, I probably will have to fucking put my foot
Yeah,
as
but
far.
once
I know it sucks, like, because that might make them want to do it more.
well, you don't have a you don't
I have
a
no
say.
choice. Yeah,
But I'm always to support my.
but
Kid.
they're gonna have to listen to this fucking rambling. I'm like, listen to this whole podcast. I'm gonna let you know it's
Yeah.
not gonna be the.
Like I don't. Who knows? This is a decade down the road, almost. Almost for me. Not quite. Nope. It's
Nope.
like 6 years from now. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Great. The world's gonna be on fire by then, so it doesn't matter. But
Truck Beers is gonna still be here.
yeah, we'll be
We'll be broadcasting
with
from a
like
bunker.
pirate radio somewhere. We're like hijacking signals. We were right.
We'll be making our own moonshine out of fucking toilet water.
Drinking my own piss at that point in time because it's sterile and I like the way it tastes.
It's sterile and I like the way it tastes.
I don't know, man. Like, I want to be able to support my kids
Yeah.
and encourage my kids.
Me too. That's all I'm about. I want my kids to be their
And
fucking.
I'm gonna do it, even if I don't agree with it,
Yeah.
because that's what you have. You have to educate them, and then let them make their own decision.
That's where. Yeah.
That's that fine line you gotta walk.
Yeah. It's.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it's a good spot to wrap it up.
Yep. Until then, we'll be fucking doing this podcast.
We'll be truck beersing.
and playing music and talking. 9/11 was an inside job.
Yep.
There's no hope for that.
Love you.
Bye, babies.
Bye.
Penis.